We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll find Hall. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll buy some time right. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Jackson on the move to his left. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And a nice spin into some open field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert drops this off with Nwangu. And they can't bring him down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, he was a busy man. Ago, they got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. A little juke. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second down at 5. On the give is Nwangu. And he gets it down to the 32.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Herbert off of play action. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Ravens are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give, right side. Callaway. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. That ball caught by Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
1st down, Ravens.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Jackson will throw again. Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second down and goal. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Second and 10. Herbert now. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 33. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Don't get nervous. Check 4. Sit back.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Herbert. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Play action. Now Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Again, Jackson. forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw is Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Armstrong. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to him.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11 from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A big pickup there on the scramble. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14.
Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Another run now for Nwangu. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the 50, here's Herbert. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Slide for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score, Ravens 42, Vikings 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 1st down, Callaway. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And oh, that nearly the first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
And the Raven first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Drops this off with Nwangu. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. Handoff here to Nwangu. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have. And what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Finding room at the 30. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Throwing now is Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now Jackson being chased out left. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Jackson on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Andrews. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Play action. Now Jackson. The quick slant caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.